Oh, my name is Ron Anderson, and the last time I spoke to you, I was in a different space. Just moved into this space in the last few weeks, and I just wanted to invite you in to check this space out. So come in. Just switched on the light just in case you were wondering the change in the lighting. But this is about 400 square feet of space, and it's a lot more roomier than the last space I was in. The last space I was in was 400 square feet as well, but it just didn't seem that the space is being utilized as well as it could have been. And this is basically a square shape. The other one had a separate space that I didn't really use. It was kind of like wasted space. So both of them had 400 square feet, but this one is a square room, basically, with much more room to put things in. Over here is the storage space, as you can see, with most of my paintings against the wall. There's a painting of John Glenn that I was working on a few years ago that was in the other space, but I'm not sure what happened to that project, but it didn't go anywhere. But I have a painting of John Glenn. Over here, just miscellaneous things, some things I did over the summer, the paintings you see on the table here with a few odds and ends. The board that I created for Lord of the Flies for a play a few years ago. Here is my storage space with all kinds of odds and ends, materials. Inside of these cabinets are other useful tools, and kind of the space where I just kind of take time to reflect. Been here recently, well, not recently, let me take that back. I've been painting stretching canvas on the wall and just painting that way, as opposed to painting on stretched canvas. That way it uses up less storage space. And then if I have an exhibit where I need them, then I go ahead and mount them on a stretcher. Cabinet filled with books, reference books. My crazy mannequin. I probably should give it a name. It also has a buddy back here. I'm not even sure what his name is yet. We'll give him a name one of these days. Kind of ode to Calder. Did that for my son, my oldest son, years ago. And is my music or entertainment area, where and places where I can put oil paints in my refrigerator here, and keep the oils usable. And then this one's for things I bring in to drink or eat. Some more storage space, brushes galore. My working space, the easel, or not easel, but palette. And here's a new painting I'm working on. And right now I think we're just going to call it Let It Burn. It's kind of a series I'm calling Fanatics. That's kind of a name that I've just kind of thrown on it temporarily. It may change. Then I did some things over the summer. In fact, that one was done in the summer too. This one's another one. Kind of a different palette. At least color palette. Still using the same pigments, just different ways to approach it. Another painting I did over the summer. Another painting I started in the studio, this one here. Did some drawings and decided I'd start a painting from that drawing. And I kind of like where it's going, but I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. I just kind of put a sepia or a wash over it and blocked in a few things, but it may change. I'm not quite sure if I like the face on the guy, a little too cartoonish. So I'm going to think about that one for a little bit. Here's a painting I did a few years. Well, actually, there's a painting underneath this. I did this over the summer as well. Didn't like the painting that was there originally and decided to paint over it, so I covered it with white paint to cover the images underneath, which was a landscape on the Fort Hays campus, which you can't see now. I should have probably photographed it before I painted over it, but I like the subtle images that happen underneath that came as a result of, you know, some of the landscape kind of peeping through a little bit. But this one,